destroying a good opportunity. It was like, no, girl, that was your higher self telling you that that's not in alignment for you.
Hey, you know who my higher self is? Trina. I'm the baddest bitch, period. Okay, and I had to check myself. First of all, let me get settled in. Okay, I feel like I just. So she back at the studio. I need me to put some respect on my own younger self. Okay, like, here's the context for this whole thing, and I think this is why I've been struggling lately. So first of all, I'm super honored. One of my paintings is being featured on the cover of a newspaper that's out here in Seattle. It's called Public Display. I was actually featured in the newspaper before at some point, but this is the first time I'm actually going to be on the cover, which I'm super honored about. So the piece that he selected, Marty, is actually is he the curator? I'm not actually sure his title. So he selected a pretty old piece, which is one of my unicorn pieces. It's funny, I actually showed that piece in my lock journey video because it just made sense. She has like these blue locks. She's a unicorn. She got like the crystal horn coming. Actually, I have one of the greeting cards of her, and I've been struggling because these pieces just feel like from such a completely different time. Like I've just evolved so much. My artistic style has evolved so much. There's so many more things that I want to say and express in my paintings. And so, but I've also been like, girl, first of all, stay humble. Okay, like don't dismiss your past self and like all the work that she did, because everything that she did helped you get to where you are right now. You know, and so it's like I almost kind of cringe at some of my older pieces. Like I actually went to go pick up some of these prints that were on display at a health clinic out here in Seattle, and yeah, like, y'all, first of all, the damn frames got damaged, so that's upsetting, but that's frustrating actually. It's a whole long story that y'all don't even care about that's connected to why they, anywho. Yeah, just like some of these older pieces, and granted, these are some of my like most popular pieces, but I also just feels like it's not the exact representation of what I'm doing right now. But then the other part of me is like, girl, first of all, I like some of my favorite albums from artists is some of their music from years ago, like a decade ago, 2 decades ago, you know? So even though it might feel like a different era for me personally, I just still want to acknowledge that like past version of myself, you know? And so part of me was getting in this whole like, I'm a professional artist now, like I got works in museums, like, you know, I shouldn't be painting like unicorns anymore. First of all, I love unicorns. Okay, so it's like, your girl about to keep painting unicorns. Drop the ego, drop the judgment, drop this like hierarchy as if you're better than your past self. Now, yes, first of all, let me give myself my flowers. I have evolved and I'm really grateful for that. But it's also just knowing like everything that I did before helped me get to where I am now. I think I'm just trying to come to terms with being able to evolve while still being grateful for my past self, while not trying to like run from my past self or like run from that past identity. It's not even a past identity, like I'm the same person, okay? I just have evolved, and so it just feels weird whenever like my old work is recognized, which is so silly because you would think I would just be grateful, right? Like, oh, here you go with the fuck shit. Like, straight up. Why is it always something with me? Like, it's always something, ain't it? Girl, live your life. It feels like a juggling act. Like, part of me wants to acknowledge my past self, be grateful for her, and the other part of me wants to move forward. Like that's natural to want to move forward, to want to expand, and want to evolve, you know? I also just like wanna like check myself. Like, girl, stop with this negative self-talk, because if you belittling the past version of you who even had the courage to even show up how she did, that is manifesting in your present day as if you feeling like because now you're doing bigger paintings or you're in a bigger studio, as if you're like better than her, you know? And it's like she literally was the one who helped you get to where you are. So I'm just like, yeah, like I feel like these different versions of myself are in my mind, and I refuse to let the negative self-talk speak down to her. It's like, no, no. We can evolve and we can move forward while still acknowledging our past selves and acknowledging the courage that it took for them to even do what they did. You know? I'm getting to the point in the painting where I need to decide the actual composition. Now, of course, it's already laid out, but I've never done a diptych painting like this, like where I actually created it all on one canvas and then later separated them. So I'm trying not to do too many ornate details or too much stuff in the spaces that's going to be cut out, or in the spaces where just the canvas is going to be wrapped around the stretcher bars. And I've just learned from previous paintings to give myself more room around the edge to stretch the canvas, because I'd be like, it just be like barely enough to get around the stretcher bars. And so I'm leaving myself like a nice thick area to stretch around the stretcher bars. The other part of me is thinking that I might just cut it now so that I can have a full idea of how they're gonna be. I kind of high-key, low-key want to do that, because it is kind of stressful stretching the painting once it's done. It's like, okay, now I didn't work for a year on some painting, you know, I didn't work so long on this painting, and now I'm about to stretch it, pull it, you know. And usually it turns out okay, like it's all good, but it's just like, I'm just thinking about it a little bit better. No, especially now, since this has been my process for so long, I'm like, all right, how can each time you do it better and better and more strategic and more streamlined? That's part of the reason that I'm even doing a diptych painting and doing 2 separate pieces, because doing these big ass paints is fun and cute until it's time to move it, and then I gotta rent a U-Haul, get all this help. Like, it's just such a process, and you gotta build a giant frame, gotta strap it to the roof. It's like, yeah, I can still make it big, but it can still be within a parameter where maybe I don't need a truck, maybe you could just use a van, you know? Like, what you trying to prove? Like, who you trying to impress? Girl, paint the thing you trying to paint, get the message out you're trying to get the message out, have a good time. Not her looking like she woke up like this. Back from the gym, y'all sweaty, oily, but I'm making a fig compote for the girls. I'm super excited. We're going to the beach today, and some of the figs are ready in the back. Delicious. Ayo on the ones and twos. Not her over mixing it. Got too hyped. See that gonna do it. See, it just need a little bit more acidity. See, just that acid. Cut that sweet. There it is. There it is. See? There it is. Thin. What it do?
And feel free to take as much as y'all want. There's more. Okay.
It's got a little sweet.
I like the hummus.
This is delicious.
Oh, good. Thanks, honey.
Need a little more of that.
It's really good.
That went straight to her and did and went and was like mink, mink, mink.
Oh, this is mink. Like, how long was this round? Like, they started piling. It was just one, and then another one came in. But it's hit the ground like it was free, and then it was like they just started wailing on white supremacy. Got down. That's terrible.
They done superimposed chairs in people's hands. No. And the painting and put the sweet tea brawl or something up top.
They had a picture of Harriet Tubman on the chair.
No.
It was good.
No.
And it said fade in the wall. It's been too much. It's been way too much happening.
They done made a rap song.
No.
Montgomery Brawl. No, hold on.
Okay, but is that how they broke it down?
Yes, Montgomery Brawl. Hold on.
I love that it's named. Like it has this like somebody put it. They put it next to the clips of the two little boys. It was two brothers that was handshaking in like a black display, and it was like
Y'all listen. It is.
Why is that a bop though?
It is. No, I was like Montgomery Brawl.
Stepping in there together, Monica. I'm not going there. You're not getting there. It's healthy.
It's very kelpy. As she runs to the water's edge, she recognizes the freedom her ancestors never had. Look to the east. Look to the west. Montgomery Brawl.
Oh my God.
Civil unrest.
It's cold. I can tell. You see the boat? The sailboats look so picturesque. Hey, they really picturesque. What are you doing? Smile. It feels like this is supposed to be a picture. I knew you wasn't gonna like it. Oh, look, you done called the water to you. I know it. Look, this water was calm until you came down here. I'm just saying it was. Oh my God. Oh my goodness! I didn't do anything. This water was not doing it until you. I'm sorry. Oh my God! Energy is real.
Let it be noted. The water was not moving like this until she stepped a toe in it. Now the water's like beckoning in her home.
I didn't do anything.
Poseidon.
Okay. Oh shoot.
Oh shoot. Period.
I didn't do anything to the waters.
Well,
come on. It honestly was.
It was.
Jamie
Ooh, his hands. I said, are these people in the real one?
But why is that my whole thing? Like, y'all be having
That feel like some Lion King stuff.
like, didn't it just go down
When the
fast?
sun, it's really, no, it's setting right now.
It was literally. Oh my God.
When the sun goes down, heroes eventually die.
Oh my God.
Well, it's an Outcast song, so. I miss him. It's the that's one of my top love.
That is my top 3 lyricists.
It goes Nas, Lauryn Hill, Andre, and Number took the order.
Why was that the quickest?
Oh my God,
sunset?
what?
Known to mankind.
Fast, like and I just said the Truman Show. Somebody said that. That was ridiculous. I've never seen it like that.
Summer's coming to an end. I know. Actually, I don't even really want to think of like them dark days. Why the dark days real though?
I've come to the realization that I haven't been. Damn. Oop, it just came to me. I'm like, have I been okay, so my whole thing is, I was trying to figure out, have I been self-sabotaging? And I've realized that my subconscious mind has been just destroying everything that she doesn't want to come forth, but for my own good, you know? Whenever we think of self-sabotage, we think of like, we're literally sabotaging the self. Like, we are destroying something on the self, but something that might be good for us. Like, maybe we're destroying a healthy relationship because we're so used to toxic relationships, or we're like destroying this great job because we feel that like we actually aren't worthy, and now we have like imposter syndrome. I'm realizing that like, okay, I'm actually not self-sabotaging. I'm actually getting clear on what I was doing before. I don't want to do it anymore. And so I've been trying to like make myself do stuff, but like, shout out to me. Look, shout out to me, okay? I just can't do shit that I do not like to do. Like, and I get so frustrated with myself with this, but at the same time, I get very grateful for that aspect of myself where it's like, I just genuinely can't be anything else but who I am. You know, whatever was coded in my DNA before I came, whatever was a part of my soul contract, they're like, you about to go to planet Earth and you had no choice but to be you. Like, you had no choice. Like, you can't, like, we not letting you parade. We not letting you fake the funk. We not letting you do none of that shit. You coming down there raw dog as who you are. And every time you try to be anything that you not, we gonna make this shit very, very difficult for you. Like, you not about to sleep. You about to have crazy motherfucking dreams. We about to like uproot all your shit, okay? Because we making it clear about what the you need to do while you there, okay? And I'm just like, damn. Okay. Fine, okay? Fine. And I'm just like, you know, you just throw your hands up for let me drive, girl. Wait, don't. No. Okay, so I'm just getting my life together. And I'm like, girl, stop. You running from what you need to do. Get to it. So I'm just like learning to say no to shit, and like without the guilt. Like, it just gets on my nerves, girl. Relax. I know. You've been going through it for a while. You've been going through it. I'm giving myself grace on the journey, okay? And I'm really grateful for the place that I am in now. But I was just like, yeah, okay, because here's the thing. Okay, I have no other choice but to be me. Like, I can't parade, okay? I can't perform out here. Now, I can perform. Like, she's a bit of a star, okay? No, I love to entertain, okay? But when it comes down to who I am, like, I have to be me, you know? But before, yes, I was still trying to not be me, okay? But I couldn't. But in the process of me being my true self, I was still just like flooding my mind with cortisol. I was flooding my mind with the stress hormone and with the like this like negative self-talk, like guilt. You know, because the thing is, I've been learning to say no to things like this. This isn't my first time discovering. Like this ain't your girl first rodeo, okay? She know how to say no. But it's like I want to say no from a place of freedom and empowerment. And not this sort of like, not this like, my say no be like going motherfucking ghost. Like, can we have a more mature way of speaking your truth and not being on some 17-year-old childish shit, just like ghosting a motherfucker? Like, girl, we in the 30s now. Like, stop. Like, can we have an adult conversation? You know what I mean? Like, it kind of gets to a point in life where you like, stop with the games. Like, the thing is, I would do shit. I was on the games. Like, I'm calling myself, and your girl was on the shit, because the thing is, I'm gonna be me always, period. Okay? In my mind, but how I sort of portray that to other people is like, okay, she on the games. She on the, she about to ghost. she about to just like, I don't like not show up. Like I'm gonna tell somebody when I'm like, I'm not a sort of like no call, no show kind of person. You know, like I'm gonna let you know if it ain't gonna be somewhere. But okay, there's just like different areas of my life where I know that I can be a better communicator, and I thought that I was just self-sabotaging, like just with like different opportunities. And I'm like, girl, this is a really good opportunity for you. This is gonna help you, you know, grow, expand. This person gonna connect you with here. Da 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 da. Why aren't you hitting it back up? Like, this is great, you know. So I was interpreting like me not hitting people up was me self-sabotaging. Oh, destroying a good opportunity. It was like, no, girl, that was your higher self telling you that that's not in alignment for you. Okay, so it's like, yeah, everything ain't self-sabotage. Like everything ain't like, oh, the shadow self. It's like, no, bitch, that's actually your true self. That's actually your higher self trying to protect you from something that you genuinely don't even want to be a part of. Okay, thank that bitch. Okay, look, thank you, sis. Thank you, because I thought I was on some destroying the vision out here. No, girl, you need to rewrite the vision. That's what you really need to do. Okay, because like whatever you thought that you really wanted to do, that whole shit just switched up. It is wow. The shit done switched up in a major way, y'all.